What's up, y'all? This is the First Amendment with your boy Isaiah Tilson. Now, I mean, this is your boy, man. I'm hooking it up today, man. We got a big show for today, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. You know what I mean, in the news, and the reason why, y'all. I know it's always sad, and it's always gonna be sad. You know what I mean? Isaiah always say we got a lot to talk about, right? Right. But the thing is that the reason why I say it all the time, and I say it today as in a big oh wow. Yeah, I say it today and I say it all the time and I say it so much that we got a lot to talk about. It's because we do. My concerns of the United States and the United States clearance is security clearance is scary. It's scary. We have security clearance issues all through the United States. Past the White House clearance. Past let's go past the White House clearance. Let's go past um the Russia probe. Uh let's go past wherever you want to go. Let's go past all this stuff. And let's go just to the actual stricken part of Donald Trump. Let's go to Donald Trump. Donald Trump, before he became president, has we have so much issues with that clearance right there before he even president. Before we even could talk about his presidency, we have issues with his security clearance before he became president. Now the reason why I say that, and everybody's like, "Yo, Zay, you tripping? What the fuck are you talking about? Where are you going with this?" The reason why I say that Donald Trump got security clearance before we actually talk about the actual White House, he has other issues. Is because the guy was trying to build uh, uh, a hotel in Moscow. The guy was trying to build no. He built hotels in the Middle East and took lobbyist monies, took monies from gangsters and criminals and thugs and drug dealers. Gun baron. I'm not making this up. I'm not making that. He put his name on a hotel that the hotel wasn't even really a hotel. It was a front to launder money. We had a security clearance before Donald Trump was president. We had a security clearance with Russia before Donald Trump was president. This is nothing that I'm making up, you guys. Y'all know me by now. Y'all know this by now. It's not nothing though at this point. It's nothing new that I'm saying. It's nothing new I'm making up. I'm just being real. We had security clearance a long time ago before he put his name on a ballot 2016, at least the 2016 ballot because he ran for president a couple times. But it took, but when he put his name on the 2016 ballots, we had security clearance. When it was him or Hillary Clinton, it was security clearance. Because trust me, trust me, I believe that if Hillary Clinton was picked as president, we would be having the same issues. You know why? You know why I say we would be having the same issues if Hillary Clinton was president? Because the Republicans would have never let this go. The Republicans would have never let that go of the Benghazi, the emails that was thrown away, and how much the FBI uh, threw away information, or they say it was worm. What is it called? Uh, what is it called? I forgot the terminology they use, but it's some type of worm something for technology terminology. I forgot the terminology they actually use, but that's what they said. You know what I mean? Before actually Hillary Clinton would have been president or Donald Trump would have been president, well, we had the actual election. We had security clearance at that point. We had security clearance issue. We had security issues when Obama was president. We had security issues when Obama was president to the United States. We had security issues on our water. We had security issues on our electrical grids. We had security issues on our on um on our government files that's actually on government servers. We had security clearance on everything. Why I keep saying security clearance? We had security issues. Why I keep saying security clearance? I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. But we had security issues on everything. So now when I see this guy and I see somebody like Trump and I see him actually being president, and we're gonna get to the Mar-Lago thing in a minute. But I see him actually being president, and I'm still reading reports. Security clearance issues, security clearance issues, security clearance issues, security clearance issues. The only thing that pops in my head from these type of situations is that it's a setup. Something's about to happen. I'm not no conspiracy theory guy. I'm not. I don't do that. I don't do that. But originally, this was called Isaiah Theory because I gave you my theories. You know what I mean? I don't want to end up like Alex Jones sued. And Alex, I'm just messing with you, baby. Yeah, I want to end up like Alex Jones sued and crying. It's almost like I got psychosis. Alex Jones got psychosis. Nah. You just don't want all your money taken. That's what it is. You don't got no psychosis. You're a psychopath. That's what it is. Crazy, mama. But that's what he said. But anyway, we had security issues when Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton was running for president. Because at that point, we had people continuously hacking the United States government, continuously hacking their computers, their servers, continuously hacking our. Actually, I read almost a 20-page report on how the government believes that China is inside our electrical grid and sitting there waiting for China to do something. So I don't understand. If we so-called have a national security at the border, but I see all of this hacking, I see Russia and Venezuela, I see Russia and Cuba, I see our Russian issues with the hacking issues. I see China issues with the hacking issues. I see India with hacking issues, Facebook issues, Google issues. I see India with putting satellites up in the air that's causing crazy space junk. And I know America got its hands of space junk, but the issue is that America, be real, America don't want nobody messing with space because they believe that space is an uncharted territory where you could test bombs, that you could do whatever you want to. You know what I mean? So people do not want America don't want people messing with space because they don't want to actually they want to do it first. You know how America is. It's either I do it first or nobody don't do it at all. You know how America is. So that's what that's what the issue is there. America actually wants to do it first. And you know, there's nothing wrong with being first. It is something wrong with fucking everybody or I should not say effing. I'm sorry, you guys. It is something wrong with screwing everybody to be first. That's something that you can't do. I mean, you want to screw everybody to be first. Come on. But you know, my issue is our security issues. You know what I mean? I've been saying this from the beginning of Donald Trump's presidency. You know what I mean? I don't, you know what I mean? I'm really concerned about people well-being, especially the security issues that we're having. I mean, this lady today just walked up in Mar-Lago because she was. I bet you she was a nigga. She wouldn't been able to walk up in there like that. I put my last bit of dollars on if this chick was a nigga. I mean, I'm talking about a real nigga. I'm talking about. Lord forgive me because I know everybody. I'm talking about because she was a female. So she was a female, dark skin. You know what I mean? Dark skin, beautiful young lady walking inside there. She would have been stopped in a matter of seconds. It was just because she was Chinese, and that's how Donald Trump like him. I'm just gonna be real. You see what his man Kraft was doing. I'm just being real. Her English was horrible. We're getting the tie. I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna break this whole thing down. Her English was horrible, right? So we understand that the English was horrible. We understand she snuck her way into the White House. I mean, not into the White House, into Mar-Lago. She lied. on countless of occasions on how she got there. And now we understand that it might have. I'm jumping too much. Let's talk about what she had in her bag. Had servers, 4 cell phones, wipeout kits, the wipe. She bitch was on a mission. She was on a mission. She was on a mission, you guys. This is what I talk about every single day. When I try to get people so much in line and check with our security issues, man. Our security issues. A lot of government reports I read. I tell you guys this all the time. You guys need to read these government reports. You guys should really be 100% in tune with some of these government reports, and when it talks about our security falls within our own, people hack your shit every day from China. People know how much money you got in your fucking ass right now. Text messages, hacking signals, hacking cell phone signals, hacking electrical grids, hacking pipelines to waters. People hack this shit every day. They just sit there and wait to plan attack. And that's my thing. United States is misusing funds. This is my whole issue with this. United States is misusing funds. And the reason why I say this, and I'm being honest right now. I looked up the misuse of government funds in the United States in 2019. I didn't find nothing, so I had to go to 2018. I found almost 22 categories of the way that they misuse money. I'm not talking about $3. You know, sometimes you you know how it is in the hood. You send your kid to the store with $5, he bring back no change. You like, whoa, this cost $1. Why you don't got no change? Oh my, I got to get some candy. I had to get this. I had to get that. You know what you used to do. That's the issue here. That's a little bit of money. $5 is a little bit of money. United States misuse just off of the veterans, just off of the veterans fund. United States misused almost $55.5 billion. Oh my God. How do you misuse billions of dollars? In 2016, they lost money. Let me get this. United States lost money in 2 times. And the reason why I'm laughing, I know y'all like, yo, why is he laughing? This is government money. I know y'all like, yo, why is he laughing? This is a government issue. You should not be laughing about this. And you guys are right. I say you shouldn't be laughing about these government issues. You know what I mean? The government should not be using the money like this. The government should not be mismanaging funds. The federal government should not be giving states funds, and the states is mismanaging the funds. The federal government should not be giving the state funds for taking people shit. And when I say shit, I mean we could talk about variety worth of shit. We could talk about either cars, clothes, their personal self, their kids, their marriage. They get paid off of if they take your kid. Wait, they get way more money if they take your kid and put them on a medicine. United States is a fucking corrupt system, you guys. I know y'all guys know this, and I say this all the time, but when we talking about how much they charge us with taxes, you guys, how much they charge us with taxes. I mean, sell taxes, buy taxes. I mean house taxes. I mean sugar taxes. I mean water taxes. I mean sewage taxes. I mean candy, cupcakes. Whatever you could name, they charge us for taxes. They want to tax your ass, and then when you hear that, okay, they charging us for taxes, that's cool. They got all this money. They got all this money flowing in. You know, that's cool. You know what I mean? Because United States, it's a big organization. It's posh, right? It's posh, right? big organization. They need to be doing this. That's what at least, you know what, I don't want to speak for you guys, but at least that's what I'm telling myself. You know, to keep myself comfortable. I'm like, United States need to be charging us for this. You know what I mean? To keep myself sane, I'm like, you know why the United States need to be charging them for this? Because the United States is a big business. They're a big organization. This is what they need to be doing. But then, the more that I do research, the more and more I dig, the more and more I dig, I found an article. You know what I mean? I said, yo, this article said when I found the article, it says 5 government programs that's abuse taxpayer money. Let me see. What is this argument of? Because I was already looking at the mismanaging of funds, and the watchdogs, the federal watchdogs, is on the mismanaging of funds, of a lot of funds. If the Trump presidency gonna have so many holes in it, you're gonna think that shit was Swiss cheese. It's a whole lot of mismanaging funds in the Trump presidency. We're gonna see more too. We're gonna see more. I started looking at, okay, what is the things that's mismanaged, right? You guys are like me. Isaiah, what could you be talking about? IRS tax law enforcement. So the IRS has a tax law enforcement, right? So let's read this to you. Tax enforcement has made the high risk list each year since 1990 for good reasons. The tax gap, the difference between tax owners and tax paid, is astronomical. 3.8 3 point no 385 billion this year. GOA expand the risk areas to include the IRS enforced to combat tax funds last year. IRS paid out $5.8 billion in federal taxes refund through its now look, this is the juicy part. IRS paid $5.8 billion in federal tax refunds through it prevented another 24.2 billion for from being lost of identity fraud. So hold on, I'm explaining this fucked up. I'm explaining this fucked up. The IRS, what they did, I gotta explain this right so y'all can get this, the right way. What the IRS did was people scammed, right? Because this is not the the way that it. See, and this is what I hate. This is what I hate. Let me read this to y'all. I'm gonna read it exactly how it is so y'all can understand it. Tax enforcement has made the high risk list each year since 1990 for good reason. The tax gap, the difference between tax owned in quotations and tax paid, is astronomical. 385 billion this year. GAO expands the risk areas and included in the IRS enforced to combat the tax funds. Last year, the IRS paid out $5.8 billion. Fraudulent. Fraudulent. $5.8 billion in fraudulent tax refunds. To prevent fraudulent tax refunds, they paid out 24.2 billion. So to prevent, first off, they paid out 5.8 billion, right? No. Let's start from the other end. To prevent people from fraud and from taxes, they paid 24.2 billion, right? To prevent it. But even the preventing didn't work. So they had to give people 5.8 billion. So what's the use of y'all preventing it? It cost y'all 24.8 billion to prevent it. Not to have shit done. That means probably put boots put soldiers in there to help. I'm talking about anything from from drones. I'm talking about anything from servers, from actual IRS workers. This is what they put in effect so they wouldn't get fraud, right? Right? So they put $24.2 billion into effect so they wouldn't get fraud. So they like, yo, you know what I mean? This is what we're going to put up. We're not trying to get fraud or whatever. Bang. This is what it is, right? But they did get fraud. And they got fraud out of $5.8 billion. This is what they doing with your tax money. This is what they're doing with the federal debt that we all have to pay off as a collective group. I don't care. And this is what I'm talking about. When Donald Trump goes and make those wrong business deals, right? When he had these business deals, he had the meetings and you know what I mean, he's up there, you know what I mean? And he's Trump, right? I mean, damn, y'all can't see me. Yeah, and he's trumping, right? That's what I call when he's making deals. I like to call that trumping. You know what I mean? Because he's out there, he's Willie and Nillian. You know what I mean? He's out there trumping. He making deals. He letting y'all know that, yo, I'm Trump. You know what I mean? I got the money. You know what I mean? I got what's going on. So when he's out there doing that, right? You gotta check it out like this. He borrowed $3.10 million, right? From the bank what's the bank name? What's the bank that Donald Trump borrowed all that money from name? All right, so whatever. Bank loans, Trump. Let's see what come on. I don't feel like. Yeah. Yeah, so he borrowed all the money, right? I'm gonna find this out in a few seconds. So he borrowed all this money from the bank loans, right? And he defrauded on that bank loan. He frauded on the bank loans. The bank loans, somebody has to pay that money. So that goes into a federal that goes into what I want to see how to explain that. When you defraud on a loan, all them loans is consolidated at the end of the year of everybody that didn't make out. And those loans is given to the federal government within a lot of processes from that. You know what I mean? Certain banks go through certain banks, and you know those loans are given to the federal government. The federal government pays off the banks, so the banks won't go out of business or whatever. The federal banks pays off the little banks, so the banks won't go out of business. It keeps money flowing. It keeps everything happening. We borrow from that. So my whole gist to this is that when Trump does that, we're paying for it anyway. You know what I mean? The poor people pay for that. And he looks at us as cattle. You know what I mean? He looks at us as the pawns. You know what I mean? But one thing I like to tell him about the pawns, when the kings and the queens is off the board, the pawns is always going to be there. It's always a pawn on a board at all points in times. You know what I mean? It's always a pawn on a board at all points in time. Even when the kings and queens, when it's checkmate, the game is over, it's always a pawn on the board. So, but that's how Trump look at us as regular people, as pawns. They too dumb. But let me ask you something. Everybody out there. You know what I mean? You hit the chat if you want to. If you don't worry about it, you don't feel like it. Let me ask you, let me be something. Let me be real honest to you guys. If you borrow money from the bank, like I had a trucking company. I borrowed. I'm being real right now. I'm putting my business out there. I borrowed like $500,000 from the bank. I defrauded on about like 135. Right? If you doing that, the bank ain't giving you no more money, right? As a regular person, the bank, you done burned that well. There's no more money at the banks no more. You can't go back. I'm just gonna go to the bank and grab some cash real quick. That ain't gonna work. You gotta get it from the muscle at this point. You gotta get it from the muscle at this point. For real, half of our African American credits is defrauded at damn near $2,000. Half of us don't even get over the $2,000 limit before we have debt at $2,000, and a lot of us is in debt for nothing over $10,000 And I'm being gracious. I want to say $5,000, but I can't really remember. Now, a lot of us is not over that for nothing over $10,000 all the way to the ages of 40. All the way into the ages of 40 that we owe $10,000. Now, check this out. Because y'all say, like, I say, why are you talking about Trump? And you talking about black people? What the fuck? You all over the place. No, I'm not. If you walk in the bank yesterday and you borrow a fucking dollar from the bank and you ain't giving that fucking dollar, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm cussing. You didn't give them that dollar and you borrow a dollar from the bank and you didn't give them a dollar. The next day when you walk in that bank, they ain't going to give you another dollar. They will never give you another dollar a day in your life. Trump, this man went to the bank, got $310, right? Not $310, not $3.10, $3 million, right? He defrauded on $3 million. He ain't pay it back. He ain't pay back a dollar. He didn't try to pay it back. This bank Duce check or whatever it is, they gave him another $110 million. They gave him some more money. And he defrauded on that money too. And ain't pay it back. The only reason how he got out of this situation because he became president. Now, my issue with this is that his business is what his business is. You know what I mean? Trump business is what Trump business is. But my thing is that keep it 100. Nigga, at least keep it on a lower level. Give me a 3 times in you out type of situation. I borrow $1,000. I come back next time, I borrow another $1,000. When I come back the next time, I borrow another $1,000. When I come back the 4th time, don't give me no more money. Give me the 3 strikes rule. That's what Trump got. Don't give me the rule where it's though. Oh well, you know, sir. You know how they do you. You get a white motherfucker. He crosses his legs. You know. He bring you inside the bank office. He crosses his leg. He start typing on them keys. Well, Mr. Tilson, I'm sorry to say this, but it seems like that you have a loan out of $250 and you're trying to open up a bank account. No. You can't open up a bank account with us because you owe us $200. It's like, yo, it's like, hold on. Now I'm going straight in banks and being like, yo, I want the same respect that Trump got. That's all. I'm walking straight in the bank for now. No, I'm saying, yo, I want that Trump status. Mr. Tilson, your credit is fucked up. I know. So is Trump's. Look how far he got with fucked up credit. What you gonna do for your boy? I promise you, I'm gonna do a social experiment. I'm gonna walk inside the bank and I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say, I know I'm being funny right now, but I'm being real though. We can't do this as African Americans. We can't do this as black people. We can't walk in banks and ask for more money on top of more money. But these rich motherfuckers, they do this all the time. A lot of Caucasian people that's on lower levels, they live off of credit cards. They live off of credit cards, you guys. The debt that me and you guys pay, because we don't have credit cards. African Americans literally only have at least one credit card. They have credit for about like 2 to 3 years. This is I'm speaking I'm speaking facts now. I'm not pulling this talk out of the side of my ass. This is facts. African Americans don't have a credit limit or credit line like a white citizen would have. So you already starting from a point that's already far for you to even accomplish anything. So I wasn't talking about that. I want to talk about various worship things though today. I'm not really like holding myself for one thing. That's why I just said First Amendment, I'm live, bang, and I just threw it out there because I didn't really want to hold myself on anything. I just want to talk to y'all about the news. But we got this Chinese lady. What she did was she went up to Mar-a-Lago. She said she was there to see somebody. Then she said she was there to actually be a meeting with the president, and it was a meeting, a relation meeting between the president and China representatives. They was having that meeting today. The thing is that when she broke, well, I'm saying it's a break and entry because she wasn't allowed to be there. You know what I mean? Now they're going through her through her the way she speaks English. They saying that she really can't speak English like that. I think that's a bunch of bullshit. But they're saying that it was definitely a mission to try to get information out of them. But this lady and the lady that Robert Kraft that owned the spa that used to own the spa that Robert Kraft was at, this lady, they in direct ties with each other. So we're gonna see how that type of shit break down. That probably develop more tomorrow. We'll see how that works. But it's just an interesting conversation that we have right now because it lets you it makes you understand America really have a security issue, and it's past the security issue with just tickly winks. It's a security issue. No, we have a serious security issue. Our water grids, our electrical grids, our water pipelines might be getting tapped into from China. This is in government reports. I don't see why CNN might say, "Yo, watch the water that you're drinking. China might be fucking with you." Why CNN is not talking? Why CNN is telling me about a Russia pro report instead of telling me about what Russia actually did? I come with the black people all the time. You know, Russia actually wanted you to vote, right? I said, no. You know, Russia. You know, it's a whole about like it's about like a whole page full of you and a Russian probe. They target niggas. And niggas tell me every day, what? I say, the government put that type of stuff in there. The government put that type of stuff in there. Whatever. Whatever. Whatever, whatever, whatever. All these governments around the world think that you're worth something. America just keeps telling you you're not. We are in a unique position. I hear a lot of African Americans. Oh, I just want to go back to Africa. Nigga, you crazy. I want what I want here. I want equality here. Why would you fight for equality where people won't give it to you? Because I deserve that motherfucker. I'm not going to stop a fight because nobody won't see it. No. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back and get my people. I'm going to go get more. That's how I used to do. Shit. Motherfucker was big. Shit. I'm going to get my homies. He big, but it's three of us. And yo, we talking to all of us before we walking down it. Yo, you better not run. No, you better not run, nigga. Nigga, no, you better not run. That motherfucker big. But we gonna fuck him up. That's what the issue is when we African Americans. It don't matter how big the situation is. We can approach it, we can attack it, we can take it. As African Americans. I tell everybody this every day. They say, yo, Zay, you cuss too much. I thought you wanted to be a politician. Yes, I never wanted to be a politician. I want to do something with radio, probably not. Probably I get canceled off of Spreaker. Spreaker ain't letting me do what I want to do. Maybe I can't see it, maybe I don't. But my thing is that when you have something to tell people, you're gonna shout it from the rooftops and you don't have a microphone or nothing. Before I was doing this, everybody know I was on the phone hours and hours with motherfuckers. They be talking. He'll say, "That's all you talk about, man. You need to get ready to your show." Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I talked about this for almost 5 or 6 years because I researched it for almost my whole entire life. That's why I'm so much on the government. I'm I'm making because listen, Nip, right? What happened to Nip, right? Nip was a powerful man inside our community, a powerful dude inside our community. I think a lot of things that he did inside our community was helpful. But look at how they shot Nip. Look at how they shot Nip. That's why I fight on the political side for people. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go to these political rims and I'm gonna fight on the political side for African Americans. Because there's a lot of things that we just don't understand, we just don't know. But it's a lot of things that we owe. We're owed. You know what I mean? And if nobody else don't want to fight for those things, believe me, man. I have conversations with everybody. Man, I got Candace Owens breathing down the back of my neck. That's not right. That's not right. talked to Leo Dunson. I mean, I don't talk to him as much as I should, but I mean, like me, one thing I'm gonna say though, out of all them brothers though, what I mean, they're willing to have a conversation. So I always tell people just off the rip, when you're willing to have a conversation like that, that's always a good thing. You know what I mean? At least a brother is willing to have a conversation. That's always um a pleaser. That's always good. You know what I mean? So at least the brothers, but I talk to them every day. You know what I mean? I don't hate our people for having their own agenda or having their own thoughts or caring about this or caring about that. Man, I don't hate our people for that. I don't hate our people for that. You know why? Because everybody gonna have their own agenda. Everybody gonna think what they want to think. Everybody gonna do what they want to do. It's just when you talking when you talking, is your talk legit? You know what I mean? I got a lot of people, and one thing I do, and I tell everybody this, I research the shit out of the shit that you say. I will talk to you. I'm not the smartest motherfucker in the world. That's why I said that. I'm not. I talk to you. A lot of stuff I don't know offhand, but we'll have a conversation. But the minute that you hang up that phone, or we do the conversation, yo, listen, this is what the conversation gonna be about. A lot of things I do already know about too, within the government, because a lot of people like to say, well, this, well, that, well, this, well, that, well, this, well, that, and this brings up a whole bunch of arguments. I heard a lot of people talking about HR 40 reparations. Reparations, HR 40. You gotta go through HR 40. No, it don't. I really want to conversate with some of these people that talk about reparations and say, well, inside this actual bill, HR 40 is not where everything. Yo, listen. You know how bills is made, right? You know how that's done. We don't have to pass the HR 40 bill, right? When reparations come, we're gonna first off, when I'm talking about getting reparations, I'm talking about somebody studying, not. But I'm talking about putting money into. I know probably I'm not going. If we would start this thing of reparations, I wouldn't see reparations, or I would see reparations, but I wouldn't see the effect of reparations. We have to study how reparations will help us and how much money will be given to us. I don't want to hear about them. I don't want to hear them. And for real, a couple people got me straight about that. Cause I was like, yo, the Republicans is gonna block the shit out of this. As soon as when they see reparations, they're not gonna release the money. They're not gonna pass the bill. I'm like, yo, that's what's gonna happen. There's no reason for us to try. Then somebody told me, yo, you know how many bullshit ass bills they pass with bullshit ass. So that's what made me start saying, well, let me look at how much funds is actually misused. And my thing is when you got this type of data and this type of information, now my thing is the next thing is that I gotta go to the actual committees, committee persons, lawmakers. I gotta actually go to them and have a conversation. Well, listen, y'all, what about this reparation thing? Well, Mr. Tilson, let me bring you in the office. Famous thing, bring you in the office. They sit down, have a seat. Don't never take that seat, motherfuckers. I'll stand. I like to tell niggas that. No, I stand, nigga. You ain't gonna talk to me while I'm sitting down. But anyway, have a seat. Scratch me. Well, yeah, I don't think this bill could be reworked. Nah, nigga. Nah, nigga. Rework that fucking bill. And that's real. Like, you know what I mean? At this point that we're going through, at these times that we're going through, this moment, the space that we in, we need reparations for our people. We need reparations. And the only way things like this is going to happen, where though we get reparations for our people, we got to stick together. We got to stick together. I hear a lot of people saying, you know what I mean? Even when I do podcasts, I send my podcasts out. I even send the Jones after the podcast. Thank you for watching. You know what I mean? Thank you for just letting me send it to you. I had somebody actually got mad at me because I just sent them a message. Yo, nigga, come on. You keep sending me these messages. And I'm not talking about dumbass shit. Everything I talk about has a factual base to it. But you can't even open up your heart to even receive a message from me, brother. And that's where the reparations start right there. We got to study our behavior as people. We got to study the help. How can we help each other? How can we do this? How can we got to study a whole bunch of things other than just this one thing with reparations. You know what I mean? Other than because I heard everybody say, "Oh, well, you know, reparations. We're gonna get this money." No, I'm not. For real, for real. I'm not even looking at it as a sentence where reparations is gonna bring money. And second off, United States ain't never give us no fucking money before. What we want we want fair schools for our babies. We don't want to go into a school, and you go into one school and you see the textbooks is falling the fuck apart. The textbooks is literally falling. I went into my baby's school the other day. I pointed out to the teacher. I said, yo, this ain't the size of Africa. You read in the book, the book 1996. Yo, this is not the size of Africa. Africa is way bigger than this. They got Greenland bigger than Africa. A issue. A issue. So this is what I said when I say this all the time. Yo, we got to start somewhere. Like this is what Fifth Amendment news was started for. You know what I mean? Let's go back to the core basis because remember I was talking a lot about Trump, the Trump probe, and I was doing a lot of that. I was doing a lot of. What did she say? What did she say about what? Dom. Oh, when I told her about Africa, you talking about that? When I told her about Africa wasn't that size, she said I know. She said I know. So I said, "Oh, did you tell the kids that?" She said no. She said that's too complicated for them to understand. They got Greenland bigger than Africa. This is not and I know that this white lady was saying this a lot online, and somebody opened my eyes to it that she was saying that Greenland's bigger than Africa. Greenland's bigger than Africa. But some of these people have Russia bigger than Africa. A lot of things. I asked the teacher this when we was first. I said, "Yo, a lot of things on this map has the Roman Empire for creating things that Egypt created. You know, a lot of these historian books kind of put Egypt in Rome, which it was. When it was the Roman Empire, it was. But people believe that Egypt is not in Africa. I got a lot of elderly people. I won't say their names. They African Americans that believe that Egypt is not in Africa. I said Egypt is the top of Africa. He said no. I have African Americans that right now I can rattle off about like 7 names right now that told me that Egypt was in Rome, which they not wrong. Which when you say something like that, a statement like that, you're not wrong, but it's misleading, and that's what our whole thing that I keep saying was though that if we gotta have our babies, yeah, you're right, Dom. It's brainwashing. If we gotta have our babies, we gotta hold our babies close to the heart, man. We gotta know about the school information more than they know. I see the parents. When I used to drop off my older daughter, I used to see parents, African American parents not challenging the teachers. They would sit back at me like, here go this nigga with this Africa stuff. I didn't understand. I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm American. That's the one that I heard a lot now. I'm not African. I'm American. I don't know why y'all niggas keep calling yourself Africans. It's, it's like wow. Yeah, ask questions, and you know the biggest thing is Dom. I'm gonna be honest with you. Do they gotta ask questions or do they gotta challenge the teachers? This is something that I struggle with every day. I think to myself, like, yo, should I tell my kids to challenge the teachers and be that dickhead? But because sometimes a question, when you ask a question, I've been inside a room whereas though I know the answer. I asked the teacher, yes. Yes. I've been inside incidents where I'm asking teachers stuff and they answer me with a straight face the wrong question, the wrong answer. They answer me with a straight face the wrong damn answer. I would ask them, yo, oh, God's son on this God's green earth, I would ask them anything, and they would answer me the wrong. That's why I be have proven myself to say when somebody tell me something, go look it up for yourself. That's why a lot of people be like, yo, Zay, where you get that information from? I don't understand when people ask me that type of stuff, or when people ask me, yo, Zay, did you really factually find this? Did you really? Because you guys don't understand. Nights and nights and nights I spend just trying to find one answer to a question that I might have had 3 days ago. And it's all the great of researching. It's all through that due process of researching. I'm like, yo, this is good, this is good, this is good. Remember, I come from an area where it's not cool to be smart. It's not cool to know shit about the government. It's not cool. That's the shit that we gotta change. I said this again. I said, yo, not to be harsh, but our role models cannot be rappers. When you talk to a white little kid, and I have ability to talk to a lot of Caucasian children. When I talk to white children and I ask them, what do you want to be? First thing they tell me, doctor, lawyer, scientist. Most of them say scientist. That's something fun. It's rare that I run into kids, white kids, that say athletes. I get what you're gonna say. They're not athletic. You're right. But it's the set of thinking. Half of them might say, or a football player. A lot of them I would catch because I work at a place or whatever. I would catch them. They stay at I work at a hotel. So a lot of groups of kids stay at hotels. So all right, let me paint you a picture. Football team. A kid football team would stay at my hotel. I would see a star quarterback player and the kid can play. I'm thinking about one. And I said, yo, what you want to be when you grow up? You know what that man told me? A lawyer. Everybody was saying he's a star football player. He's a star, but his dad was not feeding into the rhetoric of him being a star football player. It's like, no, son, you're gonna be a lawyer. I'm not gonna say that that's our issues because I don't like to point African Americans out and say, well, that's the issue right there. That's the issue right there. That's the issue right there. Oh, hey Dom, you should see what they did in Michigan. I got a whole show about that. If you go down about like 6 or 7 shows, I got a tax show that I talks about Donald Trump and what he did with taxes. Oh, um, opportunity zoning. Opportunity zoning work hand in hand with the property taxes, and the property taxes is going up because of opportunity zoning. Now, opportunity zoning is an interesting bill right there when you read that shit. Because opportunity zoning make you think they gonna bring bills, they gonna bring jobs to the hood. Like, yo, yeah, yeah, they bringing jobs to the hood. But opportunity zoning only gives extensive, only gives only gives places that has bad areas the money that they can fix it up. But the people can come through with a lease. So they can build these big shopping malls. They're gonna get a tax cut from building the shopping malls in this area. And it's a workout, it's a tryout process. But once when they bring the shopping malls and all that to the area, you know what happens to the area. The property taxes raises. I was inside mid conversation. I forgot what else I was talking. Hold on. Yes. Who would they hire in the opportunity zone? They're gonna hire niggas. But the thing is that I keep saying with these opportunity zones inside these stores, they're gonna hire a nigga. But remember, you're only gonna be a minimum wage nigga. And everybody say, "Oh well, Isaiah, that's harsh. You can't say that." No, 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 no. That's what what when the government make up these type of rules, they say, "Oh well, yeah, this person is going to be a minimum wage, and we can have minimum wage. This is a minimum wage area. We're gonna find people that work minimum wage in here, and believe me, you're gonna be a minimum wage nigga. Believe me, you're gonna be a manager, but you're gonna be a manager of Foot Locker. They're not built in real jobs for us. They're not built in 100% real jobs for us. I tell everybody this all the time. They want to keep you occupied. Another thing of what they're going to do is the minute that you start working these jobs, food stamps, all that, well, that's getting cut anyway because the SNAP bill, he was already cutting the SNAP bill when he was cutting the farming bill. The farming bill is hooked up with the SNAP bill. So the SNAP bill is the food stamp bill. Everybody always say, why are you talking about farming bill, Isaiah? Why are you talking about farming bill? Because the farming bill is the food stamp bill. I tell people this all the time because if you're receiving food stamps, and your kids live off of food stamps and government assistant housing, then maybe you should pay attention to what goes on in the government. These people, you get food stamps, yeah. You get government assistance, yeah. You live in the government assistance house, yeah. You live in Section 8, yeah. Well, you know what's going on with the government? No. What? What? You don't know what's going on? No. I don't care. So hold on, my nigga. They can cut this shit next week. You're not gonna care. Oh yeah, well, I'm gonna probably care about that. This is the issue that I talk about. This is why I said I had to pump the brakes on me talking about so much news. I said, whoa, let me slam on brakes and let me go back. Because a lot of places that I'm at, I'm looking at views and shit. I'm looking at what people hitting me up with on a. It's like, yo, Zay, we can't follow, and it's not to knock nobody. I'm not doing that to knock nobody. That's not Gary. What's up, baby? I was waiting for you to say what's up. I'm not doing that to knock nobody. I'm not doing that to knock nobody. But it's just, yo, we gotta get our fucking priorities straight. Like, I'm sorry to be cussing because everybody's like, yo, Zay, you can't be cussing no more. And I stopped for a little bit, but damn, y'all hurting me. There's a lot of these shows I just want to cuss and just shake the TV and say, listen, we got to get our priorities straight, y'all. We can't be thinking about things that don't, love and hip hop don't help us. That shit don't help us. Watching people fight. I watched the whole extent of a guy, and he was mad at the violence. He was mad at the gang violence that was going on in the streets. And you know what this nigga said? You know what this man said to me about the gang violence that he was out there, he was making a rallying point, and he said, he was like, yo, you know what I mean? While we was a kid, hold on, I got act this out. My girl gonna kill me. Right? He said, yo, while we was a kid, when I was a kid, man, he said, yo, we ain't get down like that. We ain't get down with this. We got down with these. And like the minute that he said that shit, y'all, I promise you, I looked at the TV and I That was the dumbest thing I could ever see in my life. You just told these kids that you didn't get down with guns. You got down with these. Y'all need to go back to getting down with these. That's not how you solve problems, man. We all tell our kids the wrong thing. We don't solve when somebody hits you, they have emotional issues with they self that they gotta take it out by putting their hands on somebody. Nobody, under no circumstances, should be touching each other. I tell my kids that all the time. Like, yo, like, it's not when you got a problem, you solve it with these. No, yo, this is not how you get into these intellectual debates. You want to let off steam. If y'all don't know how to debate each other intellectual, why is you guys fighting? Fighting never solves problems. An intellectual conversation is what gets you there. Fighting is not going to get you nowhere. You gonna tell your son to fight everybody? What if the nigga's 6 feet tall? Oh, well, son, I thought you win some, you lose some. That's the wrong conversation. We need to stop that conversation with our young African American people. That we need to stop that conversation with our young African American people. That's the wrong because they already got the lion inside of them. Because believe me, y'all, people, y'all can believe how y'all want to believe. I believe what I want to believe, but I believe people are reincarnated. We are the slaves from the slave ships. And our souls is angry as all hell. So these young kids, it's just angry because they come back and it's still the same shit that's going on. And I'm not knocking them for that. I understand. It's the way that us as adults and older generations bring the young youth up. We can't tell them that you solve problems with this. You solve problems with this. You solve problems with your mouth. Fighting is a sport. Now, if you want to get into sports, son, go ahead. You want to, because believe me, I box for a living. You want to fight and put your hands on somebody? Take that shit in the ring. You ain't too because a lot of those guys that's tough guys and stuff. Will you tell them to take in the ring? I ain't doing that. I don't got time for all that. I don't got time for all that because they really don't want to fight. That's what it is. They really don't. They just don't know no other way to conversate or let out their emotions. So they feel as though that they think that they want to fight, which not mad, not true. They're just upset and mad. So a lot of times when you think that you want to fight when you upset and mad. Yeah, upset and mad. So I'm not gonna go on a rant with this, but yeah, that's what I see. And this is like, yo, man, we gotta teach our kids better. We gotta be better for our kids, so their kids can be better for their kids. You know what I mean? We living in a society right now where though fuck the African American, and I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way, but it's an all out war on poor people. And then you poor and you black, you face a whole different set of challenges. I mean, you could be poor and white, and it might be a struggle. It's a struggle. It's like, damn, ah, shit, can't tie my shoes. But you poor and you black, damn, you can't put on your fucking clothes. It's a different situation. So this is why I tell people this every single day. We gotta start articulating our problems better. What we want. Boom. Attack limit. Everybody always asks me, well, Zay, we hear you talking. Zay, you got all these plans. Isaiah, you got all these plans. When you gonna when do you got a solution? I bet you don't got no solution. I bet you got no solution. I said, yo, hold on, brother. I got a lot of solutions. I got a lot of solutions. Hey, we start attacking these governments. That's the first solution. The first solution is doing what I'm doing right now. Dom, you pick up a mic. Gary, you pick up a mic. Talia, you pick up a mic. Such and such, you pick up a mic. Kyle, you pick up a mic. This is how you attack the government. You pick up this. You get on your YouTube, you pick up this. And you attack the government and you tell if you got 5 people, if you got 10 people, that 10 people, maybe you'll work your way into one of those person hearts. And that 10 people will tell more people. Look at how Gary did. Gary told his son. His son told his girl. Now I got Gary's whole family. And you start there. You start in the nuance of there. And then you start working around. And you can't look at everything for money. This might not be your way of money. YouTube is not my way of money. I know that. My way of money is fixing things. That's what I do, fix things or boxing. But you know what this is? This is my incentive to let people understand what's really going on. What's really going on out there, y'all. So listen, man, my lady coming in right now. And I'm doing a live. She's gonna be mad because I changed the live setting and I did it on the couch. I'm about to get in trouble. I'm about to run. So I'm gonna talk to y'all later, man. Y'all get out of here.